Okay. So, wow. Don't have to talk in my TikToks ever. So, Logan Paul versus KSI. Damn, I need to chill. Sorry, I'm not trying to be like a YouTube hype man or anything. I just haven't been it. So, let me just show you something here real quick. So, today's November 9th. It's actually my birthday today. Yay, woo! But more importantly, the Logan Paul versus KSI fight is today. Starts in approximately 5 hours. I originally wanted to make like a prediction video as to who was going to win the fight, but today's the fight. The fight hasn't happened yet, but this video is called Why Logan Paul Won the Fight, or something like that, something similar. To my surprise, actually, like, I was actually really like taken aback by I guess how many people actually wanted KSI to win, and I guess I was kind of like me kind of disregarding his credit and everything he's built up to this point too. I mean, I've known about KSI for a few years and that kind of thing, and I thought he was like relatively entertaining when he was playing FIFA. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people actually really like KSI. A lot of people really hate Logan Paul. But I'm a huge Logan Paul fan now. And the reason why I'm saying Logan Paul is gonna win the fight isn't so much because, I mean, there's a little bit of bias that goes into it, of course, because I like Logan Paul more than I like KSI. But it's just because, like, Logan Paul has to win. That's like the simplest way to put it, because the man really has to win this fight if he wants to earn his rep back, in a sense. Man, I'm not doing a very good job with this video. I'm not doing a very good job with this video. I mean, outside of like how I look at them personally, as creators, as people, as whatever, if we get down to the real nitty-gritty of the situation, time. They tied last year. I feel like people need to go into this fight with the mindset like they're completely different from how they fought last year. So I mean, using the footage from like last year's fight as evidence for your claim is not is not valid. People can change a lot in a year. Even in like the interviews and that kind of thing, like I can like see like, you know, the body language, like you can see it in the presentations and stuff like that. Like I know that there was like a thing that went viral a couple days ago when they had the final press conference, when KSI like, you know, pushed Logan Paul and everyone was like on KSI's like side. I was on Twitter when this was happening. Like, you know, everyone was like, you see how much force KSI put into that push? Like, he sent Logan Paul flying, bro. Oh, I had to rewatch the clips. KSI pushes Logan Paul. He pushes Logan Paul and he like pushes himself back. If you guys remember, I think it was the first press conference. Logan Paul also pushed KSI, and bro, the form, the stance, boom! Bro, that shit was hard. That shit was powerful. Like, bro, KSI just... The body language, bro. The body language, I think, is so important. Like, how they carry themselves and how they handle the situation that they're in. You know? Like, maybe it's because Logan Paul is a little bit smarter and that kind of thing. You can't rebut that. He's probably more intelligent than JJ, but that's not saying that that's going to be the biggest factor in why he won the fight today. But body language and, like, everything, bro. Like, I just feel like I was just able to just believe everything like Logan Paul was like saying. But again, like with KSI, like, you know, he's slouched, he's hunched, like he's just kind of there to be there. Like I don't believe anything that he's saying. And again, maybe it's because I'm more of a Logan Paul fan than I am a KSI fan, but I just wasn't buying it from KSI. The confidence that I felt like he was trying to portray for himself, I just wasn't like, I wasn't buying it. You know what? Again, this video is called Why Logan Paul Won the Fight. This will be uploaded after the fight tonight. Who knows, maybe KSI will make me eat my words and I won't be able to upload this video. Or maybe I will anyway, just to like, I don't know, make myself look stupid for the internet. I don't know. Maybe Logan Paul loses. I don't know. But he didn't lose. Remember, he didn't lose. Time. So what were they doing with their time? What was KSI doing with his time? He obviously has done some training to prepare for this fight, but as he's training for the fight, you know, he's out on tour, he's making music, and his attention just wasn't like completely locked into what he needs to do. I mean, KSI, he says he's a multitasker, But I mean, like, I just feel like people can only spread themselves so thin and only do so many things. People in general just have a cap, and they only have so much time to refine and rehone like certain skills like in their life and that kind of thing. And I just feel like, you know, you can take that into a context of the entirety of people's lives, and you can also take it down to like to smaller periods of time. I've been following this journey from both ends, and like Logan Paul, I mean, like, bro, the dude is locked in. As we can validate from him, he's just been training. All the content he's really been making throughout the most part has just been training oriented and boxing related. He even took a break from his podcast because he knows when the plate is too full and knows what he can handle as a creator and as a boxer. So one of the big factors why Logan Paul won today. Second of all, reasoning and purpose is such a huge thing. You know, I've seen the press conferences, I see how they both present themselves and that kind of thing. I've seen their individual videos and that kind of thing, what they've been posting, you know, outside of like the glam. I mean, they're always gonna be in the glam, but like, you know, what they post like on their personal channels, on their brands, on their outlets. So let's take a look at KSI. From what I've been able to witness and what I've perceived, right? All he ever talks about is like, the reason why I want to win is because I want to win, which isn't like a bad like thing. I guess it's not like a bad like purpose, right? But I just feel like it's a little bit underwhelming if we compare it to something like why Logan Paul needs to win this fight. Why Logan Paul did win this fight. Because there's a lot of shit talk. There's a lot of shit talk. You know, all we ever hear KSI talk about is, I'm gonna destroy this man. I'm gonna kill this dude. I'm gonna just end this man's career. So, purpose, reason. Logan Paul. Obviously, Logan Paul has a lot of things to make up for. And I just feel like his reasoning and his purpose is just so much more compelling than what KSI has been able to give, what he's been able to tell us. Like Logan Paul has acknowledged that, you know, besides Japan, like throughout the entirety of his career, that he's made lots of mistakes along the way. You know, he's trying to like, he's in a process right now where he's trying to grow up his content and trying to grow up his character and stuff like that. Like not even like just through like YouTube, but just as like a person and that kind of thing. Because obviously I feel like your online persona, like despite what it is, separate or whatever, it's still like you, because that's still you. It just seems like Logan Paul is just in a process right now where he's just really trying to just grow up, and he has like a lot more like ambitions. He has a lot more to gain, like personally, like through this fight. And I can even see, like, even when I watch the press conferences and stuff like that, the way that they like interact with each other, you know, it's just so different from how it was last year. Like I can see like how these people have developed into their roles and into their characters and that kind of thing. And like, I'm not gonna lie, like from what I've noticed from KSI's end, he almost seems like the exact same KSI that he was last year. You know, to be honest, I can't even rebut that. I can't put that like against KSI, because again, I just feel like in terms of experience and you know what they've gone through in their career and that kind of thing, I feel like Logan Paul has had it so much more tough, which is why there's so much more ambition on his end. You know, it's like, maybe it's because I don't keep up with KSI, but I don't know like what he's been through, or you know what his resolve is, or like what he's had to overcome. I know he had that thing with Deji or whatever, having like some arguments with his brother and having like a whole like family thing, whole family dynamic going loose. And I'm sure that must have been hard for him. I'm not trying to like downplay that in any sort of way, you know, but I'm just saying in general, like in comparison, how the whole world like slammed Logan Paul last year, and how they and how he had to come back up from that, and how he had to kind of like revive his career in a sense, you know. I don't know, I just feel like since he's gotten hit so much harder, he's gonna come back up that much stronger, I think. That's why Logan Paul won today. Bro, I'm so used to filming on my phone these days, I completely forget the perspective, how the camera works. But hey, go ahead and click this video, it's pretty cool. That video, probably not so cool. Pick or choose your poison.